psychology of painting. The psychology of the portrait. I forgot about that. Bastards didn't remember me. Remind me. Okay, so the psychology. The psychology of the portrait is very tricky because the problem arises. You're painting. If you're painting a stranger, that's one thing. You have no idea what it is. You're just painting a shape. If you're someone you know, someone you love, your emotions are going to go in there. Your character, your whatever it is, it's going to lead into the damn thing. It's going to shift and govern. It could be a good thing, and it could be the worst thing. Sometimes you're probably better off painting someone else, a complete stranger, because you're just looking at it as in shapes. And not like, oh, but I know the person's happy, so I'm going to make them happy. And this other shit happens in your head and just contaminates it. And it's true, it happens. So you got to block that out to some degree. And the other problem arises where you're doing a portrait of yourself. That's a tricky one. I'm going to explain why. You have an image of yourself. Well, no. Let's take it even further. Your voice. Yeah, you guys record your voice? And then you go, oh, that's not my voice. It doesn't sound like me. Right? Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to hear yourself sing. Because when you hear your voice, you're like, oh my God, I like it. I sound better when I hear myself, but not when I hear it on the radio. Right? Because when we hear ourselves, we're using our vocals, we're using our entire body, believe it or not, rattles when we talk. It's like a guitar. You strum it, it vibrates. Same thing happens to your body. You're talking. So your influence, your sound, your wave, everything, you're going to sound differently. So when you hear it on the recorder, you're like, that's not me, but it is. When you look at yourself in the mirror, same shit happens. But here's the problem. You're looking at yourself backwards. Now, some of you may not know this, and don't be shocked, but you're all deformed. Every one of you is deformed. Not one of you is perfect. One ear is slightly higher, the other one's a little lower. One nose, you really pay close attention. My nose actually goes one way. I forget which way it goes, but it actually it's crooked. It's actually going one way. Maybe it's that way. Okay, so it's going that way. Yeah, you're laughing at me. I'm laughing at you. So anyway, my nose is going this way. Okay, so when I look in the mirror, but you guys, when you see it, do you see what I'm saying? It's flipped backwards. So if I were to look in the mirror, it's facing that way, I'm painting it, it's going to face that way. But when you guys look at my painting, wait, the nose is going the wrong way. Do you see what I'm getting at? Now you're saying, well, yeah, but that's a nose, and it's not that subtle. I mean, it's not that obvious. But when you're trying to make the likeness, the psychology, the expression of something, of someone, your face is a tricky one because you have in your head, melted in there, branded what your face looks like because you look in the mirror every single day. You shave, you look in the mirror, you put the makeup on, you do your hair, and you psychologically put this image of what you look like with the nose this way. At least I do. And when I paint, I know when I paint a portrait of myself, it has to look the way it looks in a mirror, not the way you guys look at me. So when I'm painting, you guys are going, yeah, that kind of looks like you. Kinda. You see what I'm saying? So there's a problem there. Or when I'm painting you, and then you look at me, and then you tell me, that doesn't look like me. Well, it is, because that's exactly the way you look, the way I see you. Okay? That's the mirror complex. Then,
pictures.
What's that?
You use like pictures.
Okay, now that's what I was going to get at. Then you got a photograph of yourself.